Good evening, everyone. This is Robert Weaver, and I'd like to do my scavenger hunt number 3 makeup screen capture for you. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and signed into Westlaw just so we could save a little bit of time while making this video. It was a little bit long in length. I'd just like to remind everybody when I do move the mouse or type, for some reason my computer doesn't capture the audio, and so there may be small pauses. I hope they're not too much in length. That will happen once I'm actually working on the screen. So I'm actually not going to talk while I'm doing that and bringing up the particular cases. I'm going to try and get the audio good so everybody can hear me. Okay, so what I've done here is I've already selected my jurisdiction, which is Kentucky, and that's in the Sixth Circuit Courts. And I've selected actually this particular jurisdiction, and what I'm looking for is the elements of negligence within Kentucky. If I was filing a case in Kentucky for negligence, what would be my causes of actions, the action that I would have to allege in my complaint. And so let me go ahead and bring up these cases with the search term. Unfortunately, with my bolding search terms, I haven't really worked out those yet. I'm still actually trying to refine those. So what I usually like to start with is just a general search term, I guess you could say. And then I just try and narrow it down from there. So what I've done is I've done a little bit of pre-research so I know exactly what case that I want to reference for you today. And what I've started out with is elements of it, negligence in the search bar there. So let me go ahead and bring up these cases that this particular search term is going to bring up. Okay, and the first two cases that actually came up, one is in the Court of Appeals of Kentucky, the Persifer v. Abner, and we do see a red flag here next to the case name, which typically in Westlaw means that the case at some point has been possibly overruled, which is what I'm thinking, because this is a case for was decided in 2016. There may have been later cases that actually overruled the actual decision for this particular case. With the Lutz v. Chitwood case, that's in the United States District Court, which in Ohio, which would not actually be binding to Kentucky. Basically, we want to focus mainly on Kentucky cases. Those within the state, those would be binding to any complaint that we file with the court. And really the easiest way that I found from here is to use Westlaw's key numbers in order for me to kind of narrow it down, really boil it down to what I'm actually looking for, which is the elements of negligence within Kentucky, the Kentucky state. And let me go ahead and go down here, and I'm going to show you the key number that I'll click on for general negligence. Will bring up a few cases that I'd like to show you. So we have three particular cases here, and the first one is Groves v. Woods. That was the Court of Appeals of Kentucky in 2018, but it is not reported in the Southwest Reporter. So it's not a published case, so I wouldn't be looking for this particular case because we're looking for something that actually has been published. Joyner v. Tran and P Properties LLC, that was Court of Appeals in 2017. That is a published case, But I went ahead and I've looked at the Kendall v. Godby case here, which was in the Court of Appeals of Kentucky, and I really feel that this is a perfect case. It really gets straight to the point what the cause of action and the elements needed in the state of Kentucky for a negligence case. So let me go ahead and bring up this particular case for you, and we'll go through that real quick. We also can see here that there's no flags associated with this case. It is a little bit later than the other case that I pointed out that was probably overruled. Um, and this gives us a great foundation to begin with for our cause of action. Sorry about that. My internet seems to be a little bit slow today. But anyway, we do see that this is a published case. It was published in the Southwestern Reporter, volume 537 of the third edition, and it does begin on page 326. It was decided in the Court of Appeals of Kentucky. The case heading is Kendall v. Godby, um, and this is a general negligence case that was filed in the state. And if we go down to the section number, it'll give us a brief overview of negligence, and then we could actually go to that section in the opinion, and what that will do is actually will tell us exactly what the elements are. So let me go ahead and scroll down for you. See here in Section 2, negligence. In any negligence action, a plaintiff must prove the existence of a duty, breach thereof, causation, and damages. Now, if we scroll down into the opinion, we'll see actually that this actually applies to a case that we would file in Kentucky for a cause of action. Okay. And we see section 2 and 3 here. It says specifically, any negligence action under Kentucky law, a plaintiff must prove the existence of a duty, breach thereof, causation, and damages. As we know in Tennessee law, there are 5 elements that we have to cover in a cause of action complaint. But Kentucky only actually requires 4 elements. And if I can scroll down, all the judges actually consented in this case. Let me go ahead and scroll down and show you that. And this case was granted summary judgment and remanded for additional proceedings. All the judges in this particular case concurred with the judicial opinion. There was no dissents in this particular case. And let me go ahead and switch over. I'd like to do my Blue Book citation for you now for this particular case with my pin site as well. So what we've done is we've typed the case name, Kendall v. Godby. It's in the volume 537 in Southwestern Reporters, third edition, page 326. And in the parenthetical, we're going to put the Kentucky Court of Appeals and the year, the date, or the year of the decision. Okay, and that was decided in the Kentucky Court of Appeals in 2017, and the actual information that I reference can be found with the pin site 331 in the actual opinion. And that is actually my entire presentation. Oops, I forgot to underline. Um, Caught myself here. I almost did my Blue Book citation incorrectly. And that is my complete Blue Book citation with my pin site. And I hope you've enjoyed my presentation today, and have a good evening. Take care.